Hello, my name is Shuttley and welcome back for another episode of Colombian Space Initiative. Almost forgot the name of there. Previous episode we had the... Well, we didn't really celebrate it, but we did hit the 100 years of this run already. I think we hit it on August or September, I don't remember which one, but we started at July during the... Oh, wow, we're still losing a lot of money. Okay, so I realized something, that we hadn't been selling the electricity for a little bit, so that's part of the reason why we didn't make as much money. But at this point, I think we need to reduce some of the expenditures. I'm going to reduce the infrastructure funding by a one step. And then maybe... Well, healthcare is not really something that I like to reduce. I might have to, so it was 530, so we'll go with 300. So that will at least give us some money, because I don't want to run out. There we go, now we're making some cash, although apparently we missed some payments. I doubt we missed a lot though, yeah, no, there's a tiny bit there. I'm still missing some repayments by the look of it. There we go. So we're making a tiny bit of money right now. Once the market prices, especially the industrial goods, go up again, we are slowly going to start rising up the production amounts again, just so that we can get a bit more profit out of it. It's not going to be massive, but it might just be enough. Oh, we actually lost some money there again, and this time we didn't lose too... No, still losing. Okay, is there something else that we're not selling? Oh, we're not selling the electricity again, because that price has plummeted. But that makes a massive difference in sales. There we go, well that's improving a little bit. How is the... Oh, the unemployment has gone up a tiny bit again. Mostly because we decreased the funding, I reckon. Okay, we got 3 factories up there. That should lower the cost quite a bit. Also means a lot more production in consumer, because I'm not entirely sure if the price is going to go down or not. Let's see, 218. Still 218. 217. So it's slowly going down. 216. 214, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go rid of the advanced factories here. Which is actually costing us a little bit. Is that because we just sell less? That might be it. No, we're making money again. Okay, good. Back to 1 billion. And yeah, we're making about 100 million per day right now. Has the industrial goods price gone up? Let's have a look. 780. Oh, 800. Okay, yeah, we can increase that at least another %. You know, doing it slowly so we can see where the saturation... Oh, and now it's going down again. Oh, and up. Okay, it's just fluctuating a little bit, I suppose. 832. 832. Okay, now it's slowly going down again. Let's have a look. How is the... Oh, unemployment is now 8.7, so inflation has gone up quite a bit again. Well, that's not good. How is the... Approval rating is 11.8 though, which is a bit surprising. Okay, submarines UV carrier. Oh, advanced UVs. I suppose... Yeah, they didn't actually unlock anything to us, I don't think. Just going through the technologies. You never know if they unlock some or help unlock something later on. We're about, well, I say about to get, but we're about 1 year away from phases. Which is going to be quite lovely to have. That's going to start unlocking some pretty much late tier units. Or it's actually phases, then that's going to unlock the Iron Burst weapon, which is then going to unlock the mechs. And hopefully we can get at least 1 or 2 of them. And that's going to unlock the plasma cannons, which is going to unlock some new tanks. Let's have a look at the... Okay, so we may need to lower the production here again, just so that the global price doesn't drop too much. Over here it's down to 8. Oh wow, it is just dropping and dropping. That's honestly a bit scary. I'm losing a 60. Oh no. Okay, so there may have been something that wasn't sold completely. Oh, military goods price has dropped. Okay, well, let's drop that minimum price at least, and then we'll probably drop the production to 30%. Which does mean that there's a bit more unemployment up ahead, but at the same... Oh yeah, 8.9 now. But that means that we're at least losing, or using a lot less money on the production cost. Whether it's going to be enough, I don't know yet. But the price is dropping. I mean, the production cost is also dropping. Quite heavily, actually. Okay, how is the industrial goods? That's not really... Oh, the consumer goods price has gone up again. Good. Well, at least it's gone up to 9,000 again, but whether it's going to go up from there, I don't know. But let's build one of these. It's going to cost quite a bit at the beginning here, and it's actually going to cost quite a bit during the stuff. I'm going to lower the resource efficiency back down to 4%. That's going to save us a little bit of cash. Just trying to balance the budget here a little bit, but it's not an easy one to do. Let's see, the price seems to be dropping still. Quite heavily, in fact. It's going to lower it down to 25%. Let's see if that has an effect on the... Okay, now the price is going up. Still going up, but how much are we losing? About 120 million. Okay, that's a bit too much. Right, well, what we can always do is we can sell a little bit of these to gain a bit of a buffer. 6,700, so this price has actually gone up quite a bit. We're going to increase the production of industrial goods again. The problem is that I'm basically the only one with money in the world. So it's just a global market that I'm selling to, and that requires quite a bit of balancing. It looks like no longer selling the electricity as much. That price has dropped a lot, so I'm just going to lower the amount of production in there, because that's also going to save us a little bit of money. There we go. Did a bit of money there, and then we lost some money. Okay, well, how much are we still selling? And secondly, is the price still... Okay, the price is now going up on electricity at least. Well, it went for a little bit. All that market relations and all that sort of stuff. Right, well, did we get this construction done yet? Not yet, but it's soon completed. How much are we spending on construction anyway? Only 15 million per day, so that shouldn't really make a massive difference, but at the same time the extra production of consumer goods should make quite an impact. Well, actually... Oh, unemployment is up to 9.1% again. Okay, well that's bad. I suppose what I can do is I can increase this production down up to 30% again. It means that there's not going to be quite as much sales, I don't think. Yeah, it's starting to accumulate a little bit. Now, whether that's gonna... Oh, there we go, we sold some and we got some money. Let's see, has this price gone down? It's 6,700 right now. Yeah, it's slowly dropping there. So I'd better not increase the production of industrial goods right now. There's just not enough demand for it. Consumer goods is always a nice thing, but it didn't actually increase the production that massively, just building one of these. Suppose we can just send these to be reserves. How is the military approval rating, by the way? It's still at 84%, that's probably alright. Approval rating has gone down to 11.5 again. And treasurer is running, well, it's not quite dry yet, but it's not going strong. Oh, now the electricity price is going up again. I'm going to increase the production to 92%. See if that drops it or keeps it going. If it keeps it going, or at least mostly the same, that means that we'll have a bit more income. Also more jobs for people, which is quite nice. Okay, at least we're selling everything. It's still going up, actually, so... Let's go for 93, maybe? Let's go for 95. See how that evens out there, and we still lost a lot of big cash. There we go. Just trying to keep the economy afloat here, which is easier said than done. I mean, I could always just increase some taxes here, but at the same time, if I increase taxes, we make a lot less money from the domestic market at that point. And the domestic market is the biggest source of income right now for us. Especially since the... well, I mean, taxes here, I could do a little bit with those, but the global market is not very profitable. I mean, we're making about 1.5 billion per day from there. But it's not enough to run our economy. Now then. Are we? Well, we're slowly accumulating money again. It's going slightly up and down, but like we lost 1 million there, and okay, now that's 13 million. What's going to happen next? Oh, we gained 6. So over time, I'm not entirely sure it will be... Ooh. Oh wow, look at the electricity price. And actually, okay, now it went down again. That might be actually quite a big player in this, like how much we're making. Oh. Oh. Industrial goods price has gone up again. Is it going to stay up or is it going to go down is the next question that I have. And looks like military goods we could potentially sell or produce a 1 extra percentage. It may at first drop the price a little bit, as long as we don't accumulate any. I think in the end it's going to be fine. Let's see, 794. Oh, okay, that dropped quite a bit. That dropped again quite a bit. Okay, let's drop the production down to 30% again. That might be what we need. Now the price drop again. Okay, so it's oversaturated basically. We're getting the phasers, but that is an expensive tech. So once we get that, well, I suppose the Iron Birth weapon is not going to be any cheaper, is it? Yeah, it's 9.5 billion. Takes about 2 years right now. So it's going to be quite a bit of expenditure per day. Still losing a lot of cash. There's not much that I can take from research, for example, to reduce the cost. Although I suppose I can lower that to 2%. Oh, actually no, it's going... No, it's at 6%, okay. That might just be enough savings that we don't lose quite as much money on the bat. Well, never mind, we're still losing. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here right now. Oh, losing a bit more. Oh, the electricity price is dropping. How quickly is it dropping, though, is the main question that I have. Are we still selling everything? Pretty much. Pretty much. How's the rubber price doing? That's dropped a little bit. I think the price has dropped a tiny bit again. There's not as much oil being sold. The coal price... Oh, right, we accumulate that from time to time. Okay, we got a little bit extra. I'm just going to lower the demand to 95% of the demand, so we don't produce quite as much metal ores, because clearly that's one of the reasons why we are losing money. It's not a massive reason, but it is certainly attributing to it. But I think... Yeah, we're not selling all of that. What about over here? I suppose we are mostly selling this again. But we just put in a few extra tons there to be sold. That might have an impact on the price, though. But at least it gave us a bit of... No, this is not working. Okay, let's think about this for a few moments. So what can we cut? We just lost in some payment. I suppose we can cut some funding on, for example, the culture subsidies. Go down to like 300 million. That does mean a bit more unemployment, but at the same time, at least it saves us a bit of the expenditures that we can't currently pay, which is kind of the big problem. Also, well, we missed a few payments there. But now we are accumulating a little bit again. So basically what we'll probably need to do is we'll need to start... I mean, what can we produce is the big question. On the other hand, if we can reduce the domestic price on something a little bit, for example, if we reduce the electricity price to, say, 190%, that means that we'll be consuming a bit more of that. That means that the people will also have a bit more money to spend on other things. So it might just about work. Improving the economic situation here. Let's have a look. So the increased consumption now, will that allow the global price to go up, or will it stay at the same level-ish? Yeah, now we are at least accumulating a little bit. Once we get to 5 billion or so, we'll start building again. Of course, another thing that we should definitely do is improve the... I don't think we can improve the infrastructure right now. We just don't have the budget for that. Let's take a gander. I mean, I know that this would increase the unemployment or employment levels. It would be an extra 100 million per day, so it would cut us really close to that. But at the same time, as soon as the supply levels start improving, that will then improve the production, and that way we'll have a bit more people at work, and that way, so it will pay itself back to a certain degree, not necessarily fully, but a certain degree. Okay, so now we're back to making a little bit of money from time to time. That's 16,000. I think we're gonna go on 31% production on the military goods. See if that holds, and then this one's not really going up or down much. Well, it seems to be going more down than up, really. Okay, well, the phases are still 200 days away, so we got a little bit of time here. Try to balance things out. Okay, it looks like the electricity price has gone up a little bit again, so the production cost is also going up. As the GDP per capita is down to 751, which is really bad for us. We really need to start upping that, but it's the problem that the unemployment increased and then the inflation went down. So that is kind of causing a massive problem to us. Another thing that I'm planning on lowering oh, actually there is quite a bit profit margin in coal. At the same time, it looks like we are accumulating a little bit, so I'm just going to lower the coal price domestically. That may lose us a little bit of cash. In the short term at least, but at the same time, long term, that may allow people to buy more, and that way we'll have a bit more demand domestically for consumer goods and all the other things that they want to buy. Because they just have a certain amount of money to spend, and there's certain needs that they have, so if they can easier buy the things that they need, they'll have more money to spend on the things that they also want, but don't necessarily need to live. So luxury, essentially. And we're still making money. Now, food is another thing that actually, we could lower the price down to 190%. Let's have a look, how bad of an impact does it have? It did cost us quite a bit of money, actually. Short term, and it's still costing us a lot of money. Okay, well what I can do, so I can build a bit more of these. I know that over here in Southeast Asia, there's a lot of good places for food production. And the infrastructure doesn't cost massive amounts of money. Oh, actually in China there's also a massive amount of land here, but the supply levels in China don't seem to be particularly good. In most places anyway, so we'll need to keep an eye on something that hasn't... Well, actually, if we put on the supply map mode, we can kind of see... Maybe our... Oh, actually, yeah, this might be a good place. Yeah, it is going to cost us a little bit to construct those, but it's not a massive impact, I don't think. Also, it uses a bit more industrial goods, which means that the global price might go up a tiny bit. Not massively, but a little bit. It looks like the electricity is still not really a favorable situation. At least there's no blue exclamation mark here, signifying that it would be a good chance of selling. Oh wow, there are actually quite a few people that are now selling electricity. Not massive amounts, like East Indies is actually exporting electricity. Good on them. And then Ottomans are exporting a tiny bit. So there's a lot more other people on the market now. But I don't know, it looks like the food price may have been a problem. Like, that is a massive amount that we lost in the income, so if we up that again, that might just about turn it back around. Still losing a few million per day. So maybe not. And the consumer goods price has also dropped a little bit. Am I still the only one selling them? I should be. I am indeed. Okay, so we made a tiny bit of cash there. So still losing. Still taking 160 days. I mean, the question is, how long can... Oh, I suppose we are constructing quite a bit. Once we get the farms done, then that's going to mean there's going to be a lot more food to sell to the world, and not actually the only one selling food. There's a lot of people that would need... Oh, wow. Canada is buying massive amounts of food. Which is probably mostly going to my coffers. And there's Australia, Soviet Russia, and the rest of the countries aren't actually that large in the purchasing department there. Still slowly losing the cash, though. So we never built the other two consumer goods factories here. How bad is the unemployment now? 9.4%, 2% inflation, or -2 rather, so that is really bad for the economy. Yeah, GDP is dropping still. Okay, so the electricity price has gone up to $30. Up the production of electricity then. Let's see, well, no, it went down to 29, but let's see if it actually has an impact or not. Well, I'm sure that the electricity production is a massive employer for us. Okay, but it doesn't look like it's quite having the impact that I need it to have, so let's increase the domestic price back to 200%. Let's see if that has an impact on the income or not. I mean, it doesn't seem to be a positive impact if it had an impact. So I'll actually lower that back down to 190, and then maybe we can increase the coal back to 200. See if that improves the situation or not. Give it a few days. Oh, that may have been what? Oh no, never mind. Let's see, are we accumulating something in here that we should be selling? Let's actually open that, it's easier to see. A little bit of rubber. Oh yeah, there's rubber slowly accumulating. Which is certainly costing us... Well, I mean, the production cost isn't that massive, and the production amounts aren't that massive. I can probably sell all of it, though. That might give us a few extra million. Or maybe not. And electricity price has gone down a tiny bit again. But yeah, it's just the fact that the global markets are in total disarray is causing massive issues here. So one thing that I could do is, I know that Canada is at least one of the more prominent economies, like they have the second most population. So if we were to give them more petroleum again, maybe? That might speed up their economy a little bit. Maybe give 300,000 barrels or something like that. Then is there anything else that they need? I mean, electricity of course, but... Yes, I don't want to give them electricity though. Not necessarily. Consumer goods they do want. I want to sell the consumer goods then. They got massive potential for producing military goods that they're not producing any. They got plenty of metal ore production and they got pretty good stockpile there. Coal is fine on them, so it's mostly petroleum, maybe a bit of timber. I suppose I could give them, like, I don't know, 50,000 tons of that. And they do... Oh, actually they got some stockpile of rubber. It's just then... I think it's mostly the fact that they don't have electricity produced enough. So that they can't keep their entire economy rolling, and that means that they don't have the cash to buy enough from me. But let's see if that has an impact or not. Well, at least they got everything moving again. For a few moments. We're still slowly running out of money. Of course, once we get the farms completed, that's going to increase the production a massive amount, and it might drop the food price a little bit, because it would be saturating the global markets a bit more. I'm just going to sell a bit more of the industrial goods to keep our cash reserves high enough. And then over here, I suppose, let's have a look. We are accumulating military goods every now and then, which is not a great thing to do. I'm just going to lower that back to 30%. Like, I think we kind of found where the saturation limit is on the military goods right now, which seems to be something like 33,000 from us, and maybe a little bit from Austria-Hungary. Well, it's 8 tons from them. A lot less than I thought it would be. Okay, no, okay. I think we need to lower the infrastructure funding once again down to 760, because it's just not feasible otherwise. There we go, now we're making money again. So we'll just need to keep it there. I mean, one thing that I can do is just build more supply depots, so that's at least gonna influence the supply levels, especially in like large industrial areas, or places that I know that I have a lot of factories in. I mean, and this area should have pretty good... Yeah, it has pretty good supply. Okay, well, now we're accumulating money, and we will be building up the farm soon enough, I reckon. So there is certainly that, but we are actually out of time for this episode. So I think after this episode, there's probably going to be a bit of a time skip again, now that we kind of found the balance with the economy and all that. And the next episode, we'll hopefully get some interesting technology or something. I'm not entirely sure when I'll be bringing you guys back, but eventually. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.